DAX model. So let's talk about one of the most powerful things in Power BI, that is DAX. And if you want to move from basic dashboard to advanced analytics, DAX is the skill you will need. So basically, what is DAX? A DAX stands for Data Analysis Expressions. It's a formula language used in Power BI to create the calculations. Think of it like Excel formulas, but more powerful and designed for data models. With DAX, you can use functions, operators, and values to build a meaningful calculations inside your reports. So, what can you actually create using a DAX? There are three major things like measures, calculated columns, and tables. Measures are used for dynamic calculations, columns are row level calculations, and tables can be created for advanced modeling. But out of all this, measures are most important. Why DAX is important? So, because DAX is what makes your reports smart. Without DAX, your dashboard is just static data. With DAX, you can create advanced calculations, build business logics, and generate insights dynamically. This is what separates beginners from advanced Power BI users. So now let's focus on most important part, the measures. Measures are dynamic calculations. This means their results change depending on the filters, light source, and the user interactions. For example, if you select a region, the measure updates automatically. That's why measures are the backbone of Power BI. So, how does this measures actually work? Measures responds to something called filter context. That means whenever a user interacts with the report, the measure recalculates instantly. This is what makes dashboards interactive and powerful. For example, let's take a simple example like total sales, like it's equal to sum of the sales. Okay. Now here's the interesting part. If you apply a filter like region is equal to west, the total sales will automatically update for that region. Same measures like a different results. Similarly, if you apply it for south, then it is going to give us the sum of the sales for south region. And similarly for the others. So that's the power of the tax. Now, as your project grows, you will have like many measures. So organizations becomes very important. A best practice is to create a separate measure table. Store all your measures there. This keeps your model clean and easy to manage. So why does it matter? Is because a messy model leads to confusion, errors, slower development. But a well-organized model is easier to understand, faster to work with, and looks more professional. The good structure makes it better productivity. So here's what you should remember. DEX is the brain of the Power BI and measures are the most important part. And organization if is the key. So to have like a cleaner dashboards and understand. Now let's see the some of the practical examples. We'll just understand. So we are trying to organize our measures, and we have just as we have understand, we have to like kind of manage our measures, like creating a separate measure group, and we'll do so by entering data into our model. Okay, so we'll just first create a blank table and one second. So here and so we'll just create sorry a blank table here, and we'll just in a blank table we'll remain this new table calculations like, or we'll just pronounce it like calculations. Calculation. So we have done this, and we'll remain We have renamed this as calculations and loaded without anything adding other than the blank column. Okay. So now here it's getting into fun field. Okay. So now we have this calculations here. We can then start adding our model measures to this table. So let's first create an average temperature model from the average temperature filled in our weather table. Okay, so we'll just create first a measure here. Create a new measure, and so we'll just name it average temperatures into Fahrenheit and is equal to just lay average temperatures. Close the parenthesis and we'll hit enter. So now we have this data here. So now we have like created this measure for average temperature. Okay, the calculator icon next to the average temperature field indicates that it's a measure. Okay, so this is a new field and it's a measure. So now measures formula don't work on individual cells basically. They work on two, but instead they operate on tables and columns. Okay, within the tabular model. If we add a card visual and we'll just add a card visual and then we will add this field here. Okay, so we'll just add the card visual. Okay, and then we'll add this filter into it. So now you can see that it returns the average temperature, that is 68.81 Fahrenheit across all the data regardless of their date or the location. Okay. So conversely, if we add our measures to a table or a matrix where we already have a date field in a monthly date as our dimensions, we see the average temperature now calculates by date. So let's just add this here as well. Average temperature. Let's just add this into here, into this Fahrenheit. So now we can see that we also see it returns the same results. Okay, because of the average aggregation type of the initial field. The reason that the measure results change between these two visuals is because the filter context is different. There's no filter context within the card visual, so it calculates the average across all of the selected data. The matrix visual has like a date dimension, so which means that each row of this table determines the filter context for the average temperature result. So within our visuals, we can refer to elements like the columns or the columns or the axis as the pivot coordinates which serve as the filter context for evaluating the measure results. We can also see how the changes results as well, like if once we created a measure. Okay, so we can also see here. So now we have this. Suppose we have already created this filter here. So if I'm only selecting this abilene TX, then it is going to give us only the temperature for that particular average temperature for that particular city. Okay, so if we are going for Dallas, then it is going to give us a 67, and depending on to the filter that we are even applying for the date, it is going to give us like a filtered out based on to the filters that we are applying. So this is how the filter contest basically works. So this is how we can use the DEX measures, and we can we can also calculate the sums and everything that we have seen into earlier videos. So hope you guys have understood this video.